Have you ever returned to the laundry room to find your clothes dumped on the floor? And someone else's wet, smelly mess spinning in the machine you paid for? Yeah, that happened to me. But instead of yelling or picking a fight, I delivered a silent, unforgettable dose of karma. And let's just say, they walked home half-naked, mosquito-bitten, and absolutely humiliated. If you've ever been disrespected, underestimated, or just plain screwed over by selfish people, then smash that like button and subscribe, because this is one of the most oddly satisfying revenge stories you'll hear all week. This all happened about 15 years ago in Jackson, Mississippi. My girlfriend and I were living in an older apartment complex on the outskirts of town. Decent spot. Quiet. Nothing fancy. But we didn't have a washer or dryer in the unit yet. So we had to use the coin-op laundry room attached to the leasing office and the pool. One August night, hot and sticky like Mississippi always is, I came home from work completely drained. My goal was simple: get laundry done so I could relax the next day. I walked across the lot, loaded my clothes into the washer, and came back when it was time to dry. The machines were nearly all open. Perfect. I dropped my wet clothes in the top left dryer, added my quarters, hit start, and left to chill for a bit. But when I got back, less than 10 minutes later, I noticed something. A single, wet sock had clung to the side of my laundry basket. I chuckled and jogged back over to toss it in. And that's when everything shifted. I walked into the laundry room and froze. My dryer, the one I paid for, had different clothes in it. Chlorine-scented, dripping wet clothes. And my stuff? Dumped haphazardly into the empty dryer below. At first, I was confused, then angry, then insulted. Who just removes someone else's clothes and hijacks their paid cycle? I looked around. That's when I spotted them. 3 young adults, late teens or early 20s, splish-splashing in the pool behind the leasing office. In their underwear. It clicked instantly. They jumped in the pool fully dressed, stripped down to their underwear, then figured, hey, free dryer, why not toss our stuff in and let someone else pay? The disrespect was unreal. And for a moment, I almost did the reasonable thing. I nearly dumped their stuff in the other dryer and walked away. But then, something darker and far more poetic crept into my mind. I carefully removed their wet clothes, shirts, jeans, socks, and made my way over to the industrial-sized garbage can next to the machines. You know the type. Black liner bag that never fits quite right inside. I lifted the bag, slid their clothes under the liner and inside the can, pressed the bag back into place. Gone, as if they never existed. Then, I waited. 25 long, mosquito-filled minutes passed. I folded my warm clothes from the dryer and headed back to my apartment. Almost made it. Hey, excuse me. Wait. Voices behind me. Frantic. Wet feet slapping pavement. I didn't turn. I didn't speed up. Just calmly opened my apartment door, walked in, and shut it behind me. Seconds later, bang, bang, bang. The door shook with aggressive knocking. I opened it to find exactly what I expected. One very wet, very pissed young woman and 2 equally soggy guys. All 3 dripping, all barefoot, all accusing me of theft. You took our clothes. We saw you. I raised an eyebrow. Nope, these are mine. I had the only dryer in use. Top left. They hesitated. They knew they couldn't admit what they'd done, that they'd taken over a paid machine that didn't belong to them. We think you might have taken some of ours by mistake, one guy said, trying to sound polite. I smiled, pulled my laundry basket into view, shuffled through the clothes a bit, and replied, nope, all mine. The silence that followed? Glorious. They were humiliated, standing in wet underwear, bitten by mosquitoes, knowing they were in the wrong, but too proud to admit it. I said, anything else you need? No answer. I shut the door. They never got those clothes back. I didn't touch that garbage can again. For all I know, the janitor tossed everything out the next morning. But I didn't care, because this wasn't about laundry. It was about principle, about respect, and about the absolute satisfaction of watching three self-entitled pool crashers walk away dripping, barefoot, itchy, and defeated. Revenge doesn't always need to be loud or cruel. Sometimes it's quiet, calculated, and poetic, because when you mess with the wrong dryer, you end up walking home wet, itchy, and wondering where it all went wrong. If that story made you grin, hit that like button and drop your favorite petty revenge story in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life karma, justice, and sweet, sweet payback. Because sometimes, revenge is the only detergent you need.